Back in the 1990s, I think technology was something that was an add-on to a business function. And it could be seen as, yes, we have our main brick and mortar sales, but the web is something that's there, and maybe it's an add-on, but it's an afterthought to how we do our business. I think what we've seen is this sort of seismic shift. Now people talk about digital business. I personally ask the question, what business would you want to have lacking any digital component? I mean, all businesses should have some digital component in what they do. The same is true with public service organizations. Everything should be digital from the ground up. Doesn't mean it does everything, and sometimes the best solution is actually just a human change or a process change to get efficiencies and effectiveness. Technology is not a panacea, but to think in the past that technology could be an add-on that you do after you do your main business, I think has been a big shift. So what does that mean for chief executive officers? It means every chief executive officer should be savvy enough to understand how they can actually disrupt their organization themselves. How can they be more efficient? How can they be more effective? How can they be faster? Because if they don't think about how they can disrupt the organization themselves with digital, somebody else will. And then that organization will quickly be disrupted by the outside. So I think one of the things I try to encourage here at the Federal Communications Commission, and in other jobs I've done too, is how do we achieve the mission better, faster, and with more positive results, and always be looking for new opportunities. I see my role as a CIO as almost being that internal venture capitalist that says, here are the sort of really hard problems I want to have solved, and if anybody has an answer, my office door is always open. Come and make a pitch, but give me 3 things. Give me first 3 reasons why we should do this new effort or this new disruption, then give me 3 reasons why we shouldn't. Because often people don't take the time and think about what would be the things that would be upset if we did it. What would be the either stakeholders that would be left behind or frustrated, what would be the seismic shift, or what would be the second or third order effects. And then once we've done those 2, then I'll say, okay, how are we going to mitigate those 3 reasons why we should not do that? And that shows that there's second and third order thinking on the part of the entrepreneur on the inside. And once I've seen that, then I say, okay, you now have 3 months or 6 months. I'm going to back you completely. I'll be your human flak jacket. Show me what you can do.